need to make her co-host.
Hi, David.
Hey, how are you? I've made you co-host now so you can get your camera on.
Okay, cool. I'll be with you in a minute.
No problem. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get started in just a minute. I've been getting a lot of messages. Some of them saying people can't get on. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but I really have to figure out my music. I'm playing beautiful music at the beginning of every one of these webinars, but it keeps going in and out, and some people are saying they can't hear it. So I think there's a setting on Zoom that is for music, and there's a setting on Zoom that is for voice. And if you know what those settings are, send me a message in the Q&A so I can get the setting on for music, because I love listening to music. And when people can hear the music, I actually get a lot of responses back saying, great song, great way to start the webinar. So we're going to see if we can figure out how to make sure that you can hear the music when we are getting started. Marina, how are you doing today? And right now you're on mute.
Hello. I usually say, hello, Africa, hello, world. It's great to
Hello,
be
Africa,
here.
hello, world. Exactly.
Yeah. We are in load shedding once again. So I've got a temporary lamp going. So we might have a little bit of everything goes dark, and I'll be back in the light in half an hour.
well, right now you look great. So thank you for joining us. And you've had a pretty exciting week. Why don't you just tell the folks, what's changed in your mind, or what's changed in your business, how you're feeling compared to last week and this week, because it's only been a few weeks that you've been with us. So how are you feeling between this week and last week?
Well, I just feel that there's this momentum that's, coming through now, because everything that you have, since I joined, I had to sort of wrap my head around exactly what we do, still getting there, completely, but I have a much better understanding of what Co-op Business offers. Besides, you don't have to wait to one day to get paid on day one if you introduce your 3 people. And it's not a big ask. It's not easy to find your 3 people who's going to commit straight away. So it could take 7 days, it could take a day, it could take 7 days, it could take a month. But you are covered for that month, and all you have to do is bring your people to these webinars and let David, the expert, the creator and founder of this business, explain everything. And, we are here, and Paul, myself, Fiona, a few other people that are here to help everyone sort of get on track and help them succeed in this business. So I've created, what I've done on my own, on my side, is I had a Facebook group, and I've changed it to Proven Online Business Opportunity. And I see there are a few people from there, so welcome to you. I really hope that you stay to the end. And I've also created an event on the group. I've created an event on LinkedIn, sent it to a few of my contacts, and I'm really hoping that the word will get out, because this truly is a great business. And I was very excited. David is going to show us today, but the training course that he mentioned that was going to be available, it was always said coming, it's to be announced, or it's not available yet. And as of yesterday, it was available. So I went in and, I got very excited. I started doing the first lesson, and every week it's a 52-week course. So you'll be able to gain the expertise that people like successful entrepreneurs like David himself have, done. And I'm really, really excited, because one thing, knowledge is powerful, and you've got to, you can get knowledge from all the wrong places and end up learning forever and learning nothing, actually, or studying forever and learning nothing. But with this, I do believe that I'm going to learn the tricks of the trade and the important basis of any good business. So thank you for that. And also, just all the other things that you've just made it too simple. I don't want to take your fame away, because I am excited. And I'll just jump in wherever I feel I need to comment on that.
Well,
so go ahead, David.
Well, that's beautiful. Thank you very much, Marina. I just got another quick question for you. So, we've got the course, we've got the entrepreneurial mastery course online now. You saw it for the very first time. Did you have a chance to take a look at it? And do you find it powerful and
Yes, I did.
educational?
Yes, it was an easy read. The only thing that I can see going forward, there's a lot of people that don't like reading. So there is the PDF, and then there's a few links with some podcasts and what have you. So going forward, maybe, there'll be a bit more video. I'm not sure what the course entails going forward, but that's the only thing. But the tips that, just that first lesson, it wasn't intensive. It wasn't too much information, just enough to get you going and keep you busy for a few hours. So Joe says that he loves reading, and unfortunately James has got a problem with his eyesight. So we've got also just cater for those going forward. But
that's a good point too.
Yes, not everyone is going to use the course. Most people are just going to join because it's such an easy way of earning an ongoing passive income, predictive ongoing passive income. If you just apply the 2 steps that's required. So yes, some will, some won't, and you'll find that people will join and they really, really want to, but they struggle to get there free. Just continue sharing the opportunity, and you will definitely get there. It's not going to be that difficult. It's doable. It's not like, oh my gosh, what are they asking me to do here?
Right.
There's no empty promises. What David says, he does, or he's going to do, he does. And I have witnessed that, which is so refreshing. I love it. And I'm just excited to see, everything that unfolds within this co-op business.
Yeah, that's great, Marina. Thank you very much. And yeah, you're absolutely right. Like the beautiful thing about the course is that there's some reading that you need to do, but like you need to do that, period, right? Like we're sort of, as we were creating the courses, we're sort of torn between how long to make it, because as you know, you can make a course that's very verbose and like you've got 1,000 different sections in it, and it just gets to be a little bit too much, and then you can make it too short and then people don't get value. I think what we've settled on, because that's just lesson 1 of, there's a total of 60 and it's a 52-week course, but there's a total of 60 lessons. And I think that there's enough reading there to give you the education that you need, and also not get you to the point where you're saying, oh my gosh, I can't read anymore. So I think that we've been doing a really great job on that first course and that first lesson. And as you see, it'll provide a great deal of education for people. Now, folks, today, Paul's not with us today because the king is getting coronated today. So there's many people around the world that are watching that everywhere, and let me just see here, and that's a very exciting time for many people. So Paul won't be with us on this particular webinar, but we have the beautiful Marina. Marina's going to monitor the questions that are there. So if you've got a question, send it through. But folks, let me tell you, today's an exciting day. Today is a very exciting day because I've got a lot to show you. Some of the new processes that we put in place are just phenomenal. And it is absolutely blowing my mind how easy these processes are. And, I've been on Facebook a little while earlier today. And as I was scrolling through, your friends are all part of you're connected and stuff like that. And as I was scrolling through, I saw all of these posts with, your $38 to get started and 38 this and stuff like that. And I thought, $38 solution. We've got the $38 solution to whatever is ailing you financially. We've got that $38 solution, and it's really, really exciting. So listen, folks. As I said, I've got a lot of exciting news for you on this call. And, I made a Facebook post earlier today. And in that Facebook post, the picture that I put up, it says, most people are too busy working to make money. And it's so true. And on this webinar, on this Zoom that we're doing today, you are going to find that there is a better way. And it begins with the understanding that you need to focus on creating value and serving others. Creating value and serving others will create that abundance for you. And today you're going to find out that we've made it easier and easier for you to do that, because we launched a brand new site a couple of days ago. We've got a brand new dashboard. We don't have a brand new dashboard, but we've rearranged the link so it's a little easier for people. We did that. But most importantly, two things are most important, actually. Number one, instead of having to buy 3 co-op 28 tokens and 3 co-op NFTs to get started, you can now get started with 1 co-op 28 token and 1 NFT. That means that it's 38 bucks. 38 bucks, you can get started with your business that will provide you with global business ownership, will provide you with an entrepreneurial business education, and will give you the opportunity to create a predictable, ongoing passive income. And folks, as you know, that is exactly what we need right now. If you are struggling to pay your monthly bills, we got the $38 solution for you. If you are underemployed, we've got the $38 solution for you. No matter where you are in your life at this very moment, if you are lacking from a financial perspective, we've got the $38 solution that can help you. And here's the thing that most excites me about this $38 solution that we got. Number one, it is affordable. You know, it's $1 a day, because that $38 goes down to $28 every 28 days in month 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So it's affordable. Number two, it's very easy to understand. We got 2 steps. We have 2 steps, and step 1 is to register. So we've just got 2 steps for you to complete. And, you know, when you've completed those 2 steps, you're done. We strongly recommend that you subscribe to our 3-minute a day, but you are actually done. And that is phenomenal, because completing those 2 steps can set you up with a lifetime of pop income, predictable, ongoing passive income. There's nowhere on the planet that can happen anywhere else except for right here at Co-op Business. And the third thing that it has to have, it's got to be hugely rewarding. Folks, I'm not even going to get into how this can help you financially, except to say this. Your first task is to get your monthly expenses covered. We can do that for you in a heartbeat. Your second task is to get out of debt. We can do that for you in a heartbeat. And the third task is to create enough ongoing passive income so that you can get your business started, so that you can get your big idea funded. We can do that in a heartbeat for you as well. And let me say this. When I say we can get this done for you in a heartbeat, you know, some people would like to get an additional $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month to allow them to live a better life. Other people have a big idea whereby they need $10 million or $1 million or $5 million. Guess what? No matter what your need is financially, Co-op Business can help you get there. So here's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share our new site because I'm very proud of it. You know, it's not a great change from what we had, but it's a beautiful change from what we had. And we've taken off a few things which I believe have made things better as well. So let me get over to where I need to be. That's that. Let me go over here.
While you're doing that, I see there's a few questions already. Once David has gone through everything, we'll run through the questions afterwards, and hopefully we can attend to each one's concerns. Thank you.
For sure. Thank you for that, Marina. And that gives everybody the indication to and the knowledge to know that we haven't forgot about them. So as you can see, folks, here, This here is the new site. Let me see if I can, because I think it's partly off the screen. Can you see the whole page there, Marina?
Yes, we can now.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so this is a new site, and and by the way, that registration key that you see there, don't try and use that because we're on the demo site, and that registration key does not work. So beautiful site, business owner, entrepreneur funding. In the 21st century, this is exactly what we need. We need to be a business owner in the 21st century, and we need to learn to be an entrepreneur. So you need to get that education to become an entrepreneur, and then you need to fund your life. So we got all those things. Co-op business, get started for $1 a day. Co-op funded, get your bills paid, get out of debt, wake up your big ideas. And here's something that's really cool, and it shouldn't be overlooked, and that is the cooperative lifestyle. You see, back in the day, even for some of us, but definitely for our parents and generations before that, they relied on a job. And that job that they used to be able to get would be enough so that they could pay their monthly bills, would be enough so that they can, put food on their plate for themselves and the family, would be enough so that they can buy a home, would be enough so that they can get a car, would be enough so that they can enjoy their life. But for the last 10 or 15, maybe even 20 years, that doesn't work anymore. The industrial age is dead. And over the last few years, it's gotten worse and worse and worse. So that used to be the plan A. Today, it's not the plan A. Today's plan A is becoming an entrepreneur and working with the people that are around you. You see, Marina and I are going to work together, and we are working together to benefit each other. And Paul and David and all of the people that are part of our lives, we're working together to find the solution, because big business is not the solution anymore. The government is not the solution anymore. Do we need big business? Yes, because they make our products and services. Do we need government? Yes, because they set laws and regulations, and for the most part, keep our cities clean, keep our roads so that they're drivable, and provide us with emergency services and healthcare and so on and so forth. So we need big business and we need the government. But more importantly, we need an income, and we need an income that is good for everybody. And that's what the cooperative lifestyle is all about, doing things together. And when you do things together, you're doing things with the people that you love. Like, I remember, I've been an entrepreneur all my life. My first business was when I was 9 years old. It was a snow shoveling business, and I didn't register it with the government, but it was still my very first business when I was 9 years old. Now, I have not worked for anybody except for 3 months, and I'll share that story another time, but I haven't worked for anybody my entire life. So my entire life, I had my days free. So I was out there, I was sitting in cafes, enjoying my day. I was going out and playing billiards. I was going on vacations. I was going and visiting, 2 or 3 different friends during lunch hour because they had a job. One had lunch at 11, another had lunch at 12, another had lunch at 1. So my entire days were free. So it was great for me, but I didn't get to see my friends until after they finished their job. This cooperative lifestyle that we have right now, this is going to give us the opportunity to share our lives from the time we wake up until the time that we go to sleep with the people that we care most about. Now, I'm going to share another quick story with you, and it's about, it's in the same vein, right? And everybody, I believe, would love to be in this position, and you can be in this position right now. You see, because I worked for myself, and I recognized a long time ago, back in 1995, I recognized that an office was an anchor, and it was holding everybody back. So I gave up my office in 1995, and everybody that's worked for me since that period of time has worked from home. So my tech guys, they work from home. My sales guys, my marketing guys, They work from home. So what has gone on during COVID for the last couple of years? I started doing that in 1995. And some of these guys are still with me today. That's the life that we live. And that allowed me to see my daughter being born. That allowed me to see my daughter crawl for the very first time. That allowed me to see my daughter smile for the first time. It allowed me to see my daughter stand up for the first time, take her first steps for the first time, have her first birthday. It allowed me to see absolutely every minute of my daughter's life. How many of you have missed out on when your child took that first step? How many of you have missed out when your child uttered those first words? You see, with co-op business, you'll never, ever miss those times again. How many of you would like to have when your child accomplishes a major goal, you could take them on a trip? You see, that's what a cooperative lifestyle allows us to do. You see, because I didn't have an office, I travel a lot. And I would call my staff at 8 o'clock at night. And I'd say, meet me at the airport at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we'd be on a flight to Bahamas. And we would do our work from Bahamas. You see, that's what you can do when you're not tethered to something that is affixing you to that position in life. We do it the right way. Now check this out. So that's the first page. How it works, you know, it blows my mind. So again, I like to focus on that co-op funded, you know, how it works. You see, that's on every page. And it's on every page is because it's important to understand and let you know that your most important task, your main priority is making sure that your monthly bills are covered. That gives you peace of mind. Your next task is getting out of debt. Again, that gives you peace of mind. Not only does it give you peace of mind, but it can save you hundreds and sometimes even thousands of dollars a month. Think about it. If you have a credit card bill that's costing you, that has a balance of $10,000 a month, you're going to pay $200 or $300 a month just in interest without even reducing that $10,000. This $38 solution allows you to get started and quickly pay off that $10,000 monthly expense. And when you pay off that $10,000 monthly expense, it frees up an extra $400, $300, $200 a month. If you've got a mortgage, and by the way, folks, it's disastrous right now. People who have mortgages, when they first got that mortgage, maybe they got the mortgage 3 years ago, maybe they got it 5 years ago, maybe they got it last year and they only had a 1-year mortgage. You see, when you got that mortgage, $1 million mortgage cost you $2,300. A house in Toronto, the average price of a house in Toronto, where I live, is $2 million. That means you need $2 million just to get a starter home. And if you got a mortgage of $1 million, you had to pay $2,300 a month. If you had a mortgage of $2 million, you had to pay $5,600 a month. But folks, these interest rates have been raised around the entire planet. Do you know that the people that qualified for $1 million mortgage 3 years ago do not qualify for $1 million today in a mortgage? So just with the regular banks, that $1 million mortgage that was $2,300 is now $6,400 a month. $6,400 a month just for $1 million mortgage. The average house is $2 million. That's $12,800 a month. Where are people going to find that money just to pay off their mortgages? So people are losing their homes by the thousands every single day because they don't qualify to get that mortgage
that they've had, and they are losing their homes. It's not a good situation out there. And if you don't have a home and you need to apply for a mortgage, you know, most people have to go to B lenders today. You know, a B lender? A B lender starts at 10%. That's $6,500 is at 6.5%. If you've got to go to 10%, now a single mortgage of $1 million is now going to cost you $10,000 or $11,000 a month. How many people went and bought investment properties when the mortgage rates were $2,300 a month? You went and you bought an investment property. You found somebody to rent in that investment property, and you charged them $3,000 a month. So that covered your rent, it covered your taxes, and it covered your maintenance fees. That was a sound investment. But today, that same investment might cost you $10,000 or $11,000 a month. You can't charge a renter $10,000 or $11,000 a month, so you lose your home. So you need co-op funded so that you don't find yourself in that situation. And folks, we are not MLM. MLM is for the other guys, right? MLM is for those dinosaurs that have been doing this since 1868. You see, MLM, network marketing, multi-level marketing, they're teaching you how to be a marketer. And they're telling you that this is your plan B, because it was only your plan B to get to a point where you have a sustainable income that can cover your monthly expenses. Very few people were ever able to accomplish that with network marketing. We are not network marketing. We are the cooperative income systems. Cooperative because we're going to work together. Income because that's what we need. We don't need to be marketers. We need an income. And a system because in a system, that's what makes everything work. Look at McDonald's. Sells the most beef on the planet, sells the most chicken on the planet, sells the most potatoes on the planet, sells the most sugar on the planet, sells the most of almost everything. And all of those things that they sell, they're not the best. They're tasty, they taste good, but they're not the best, but they got the best system. That's why they sell so much. We here at Co-op Business, we have a system that is unmatched anywhere on the planet. And it's going to take our competition 3 to 5 years just to figure out what the heck we're doing. We've got it going on here at Co-op Business. You got your 2 simple steps. Register for $38. And step number 2, help 3 friends get into business for themselves. Folks, they are predicting that 1 billion people are going to lose their jobs to artificial intelligence and machines by 2025. You don't think you can find 3 of those people who need a new plan A? 3 people who want to get into business for themselves? 3 people who want to become entrepreneurs? 3 people who would love to cooperate with their friends? And each of you having an equal opportunity to achieve the financial successes that you desire. Do you know when you accomplish your financial successes and your financial goals, and your friends accomplish their financial successes and their financial goals, and your brother and your sister and your mother and your uncle and the person who pours you coffee in the morning, when they reach their financial goals, do you know what you get to do? You get to party on the beaches of the world. You see, that is what life is all about. Being able to take care of all of the things that you need to take care of. Being able to help your place of worship. Being able to help a disease that may have taken a family member. Being able to give more so that they can get to a solution faster. You see, that is what money allows you to do. Money is not about greed, it is about need. And when you have enough money, you use that money as transportation to go from where you are today to where you truly want to be tomorrow. That is what we do here. And I'm not going to go through all of this. I'm going through this part so that you can see how great the site looks. You know, you got the entrepreneur. Oh, by the way, this co-op impact again. Is this a resource? No, but it needs to be at the top of the page. You see, our mission, and we are all a part of it. You're a part of it. I'm a part of it. Marita's a part of it. We are all a part of co-op impact. And what co-op impact is, we are going to end global poverty around the world. And we're going to do it for $1 a day. And you get to be a part of it. Folks, come on. You get to save yourself. You get to save your family. You get to save your friends. And you get to be part of the greatest mission on planet Earth. Ending global poverty. It doesn't get any better. You got the co-op EBA, you got the co-op MBA, you got the co-op PhD, you got the co-op NFT, you got the co-op bits, you got the co-op wallet. Folks, you got it all. Now, I'm excited, as you can tell. And I get excited when I'm talking about this business. And sometimes I get more excited than others. And let me tell you, because of the position we are in right now today, I am more excited today than I have been at other times. So join me, celebrate with me in this excitement. Let me show you your dashboard, because this is like, I mean, it's exciting. So as I said, we got a new dashboard now, and we got some new processes. So says pay it forward, says renew a teammate, says register a teammate. And by the way, this is a sample site, so I always keep these numbers at zeros. So it says renew a teammate, register a teammate. And as you know, we've got the opportunity, which we allow people to evaluate the system without taking any money out of their pocket, without using a credit card, you see, because we know our system works. We know that we say that you can receive an outstanding income. We are the first company on the planet that says, you know what? If you do this and you do this, you're going to get this. Lots of companies say, do A, B, C, and we're going to give you D. No one has been willing to prove it until now. We're telling you what you need to do. We're telling you what you're going to get. And just in case you're a little suspect as to whether or not it'll happen, we allow you to use the system for as long as you want. Evaluate it, build your team, watch how your income grows, prove to yourself that this system does exactly what it says it does. Check this out. We got co-op free. And in co-op free, and look at those numbers that you see right there. By the way, folks, those numbers that you see right there, these numbers can be real because co-op free is an exact replica of the paid system. And because it is an exact replica of the paid system, if you do the exact same thing in the free system, if you do the exact same thing in the paid system that you did in the free system, you're going to get the exact same results. So in the dollar a day, the co-op 28, it says I'm at $891,723.86. If I do the exact same thing on the paid system, I'm going to get the exact same results. And then if you look at the $10 a day, it says I'm at $8,917,238.60. Folks, if I do the exact same thing on the paid system, I'm going to get the exact same results. So don't overlook co-op free. Get your teammates who, at this very moment, may question your sanity when you tell them what you have to do and what you're going to get for doing it. Don't let them walk away. Get them to try the system. Get them to evaluate it. Let them know they don't have to use a credit card. They don't have to spend any money right now. They get to use the system and they get to prove that what you are saying to them is actually fact. No other system can do that. You want to know why? Because they can't do what we can do. Other systems say you can receive $1 million by putting $1,000 in, and all of a sudden, miraculously, it's going to turn into $1 million, but it can't. So they can't allow you to use the system for free. Other systems say register, invite 3 friends, make $1 million a month, but they can't let you use the system for free because they're using fake math. You see, we use real math, we use real dollars, we don't have to hyperinflate things. It's the real deal. So we give you the opportunity to use it. So use it. Right now, thousands of people a day are using this free system. And they're showing their friends how co-op business works. You know what they're doing when they're inviting 3 friends, when they're inviting 10 friends, when they're inviting 100 friends? They're planting seeds. They're planting that harvest. And as co-op business, every second of every day inches closer and closer and closer to being the household word for helping you create an income for you and your family to live debt-free, stress-free, and financially free. Those same people that you've invited today that aren't quite sure whether or not co-op business is right for them. You see, every single day, they're getting closer and closer to making the decision to join us and make it real. And because you took the time right now, this day, to invite those people to try your system, when they want to register, when they want to make it real, they're joining you because you invited them. They're joining you because you had the foresight to say, take a look at this. They're joining you because you looked at this, you stuck with this, you sent them other emails, you communicated with them, you let them know that you're in a safe place, a safe harbor that can take you through the rest of your life. We are in a place right now with co-op business that no other company that I know of has ever been in. We don't simply just create generational wealth, meaning that you build up enough wealth and then when you die, you pass it on to your next of kin. No. We create intergenerational wealth. Folks, we are going to help you to receive enough so that you can pass money on to your next of kin while you're alive, so that you can pass money on to your favorite charities while you are alive, so that you can donate to places that you want to donate to while you are alive. You see, that is what intergenerational wealth is. It allows you to not only accumulate your wealth, put it in the bank and die one day and never spend it. It allows you to enjoy the financial freedom that you are creating right now, because it is a subscription, a $1 a day subscription. That $1 a day subscription can carry you for the rest of your life. Folks, that's what I'm talking about. Now, let me show you something. You know, we talk about the $38 solution. And, you know, we had a pay it forward system and I removed it because I knew we could do better. We now have a new pay it forward system. And if we all subscribe to the pay it forward system, wonderful things are going to happen for us all. And because everything I do is all about doing everything to make your life easier, your life more financially free, giving you time freedom. I've created the new Pay It Forward. So if you want to pay it for 3 friends at $38, that's $114. But if you want to pay it forward for 3 friends, using our new system, it's going to be $99. So you can pay it forward for 3 friends for $99 and get your business going. Get your business on the fast track to financial freedom. And they do the same thing, and they do the same thing. Do you know how fast your business is going to grow? Do you know how fast your cooperative is going to grow? Do you know how fast your income is going to grow? Do you know how quickly you will get to the point so you don't have to worry about your monthly bills? Do you know how quickly you'll get to the point so you don't have to worry about how much debt you have because it's gone? Do you know how quickly you'll get to the point where you'll be able to fund your big idea and make those dreams come true fast, in days, in weeks? Now watch this, right? So I'm going to go back over here. This is going to blow your mind. I'm going to go back over here. All right. You see, we got 3 steps. And by the way, the 3 steps, the 3-minute, like once you've got your 3 people, we want you to subscribe to the 3-minute-a-day plan. That 3-minute-a-day plan is put 3 names, email addresses in here, click submit, and share a post on social media, and simply send out a message to your contacts. 3 minutes a day, keep growing your business, because you're going to get to a point where you don't need more money, but you'll never get to the point where there's not enough people in this world to help. So every time you put a name in there, you're offering help to that person who you're putting that name in there. So do the 3 minutes a day. Now watch this. So you see right here, am I on this one right? Yes. You see right here, it says that so far today, I've only received $119. And in the $10 a day, $11.90. Now, as I said, this is an exact replica of the paid system, right? So if you're brand new to the system, the first 3 friends that you invite, it's going to amount to $26.25. But I'm not brand new to the system. I'm going to show you something here. Here's my cooperative in the free system. So you see, I'm already down because 729 is how many people fit on level 6. So I can't put anybody else on level 6. I can't put anybody else on level 1 because they're filled. So the next person that I invite, they're going to end up on level 7. And by the way, folks, let me tell you something else. You see, we are so different than everything else on the planet. You see, other companies that had a 3x10, you know, if you invited somebody who landed on your 7th level, it meant you were only going, and they were a superstar, it meant you'd only get benefit from your 8th level, your 9th level, and your 10th level. So that superstar that you just invited, who might know 1,000 people, you're looking at it and you're saying, dude, that sucks. I'm only going to get benefit from 39 people. But you see, that is in the old way. That is in the way that everybody else does it. But I know you deserve and want more. So when you invite somebody and they land on that 7th level, listen to this. They are just as valuable to you even as if they landed on the 1st level, because you're going to receive just as much from that person, even though they're on the 7th level. Nobody else in history has ever done anything like that. So don't worry about where somebody's going to land, because when you invite somebody, you're giving them an equal opportunity. And when you invite somebody, you're getting the exact same thing, whether they land on your 1st level or your 7th level. That is a beautiful thing. And check this out. So now I'm going to invite somebody. The next person that I invite, they're going to land on my level 7. But check this out. This person on level 6 is getting benefited. They're getting a royalty. So is this person, this person, this person, this person, this person. For 10 generations, people are receiving from your efforts. So every time somebody renews, every time somebody is new, you are helping 10 other businesses. And when somebody joins you way down here, because somebody over here invited them, it's helping you. And check this out. Those 2 steps, register, help 3 who do the same, that qualifies you to receive on all these levels. And you don't have to keep doing it every month. Do it once. Keep receiving in perpetuity. No other business on the planet does that. Do the work once, receive indefinitely. Folks, this is just blowing my mind. Now, let me show you something here. So let me go back to my co-op free dashboard. So as I said, I was at $1.19 in my demo account here. I'm going to now invite 3 friends. All right, watch this. I'm going to invite 3 friends. Dun, dun, dun. So I'm going to invite 3 friends. And guess what? Because I'm in the demo account, all 3 of my friends, they all have the same name. They're all called David Rosen. See, look at that. I got 3 more friends named David Rosen. So look, it's at $1.19. So because I'm on my 7th generation, and I think that I can't remember what the amount is on the 7th generation, but on the 7th generation, it's different than on the 1st generation. So every time you invite somebody to the $1 a day, you're going to receive somewhere between $7.50 and $8.75. Every time you invite somebody on the combo pack, you're going to receive anywhere from $75 to $100, and that's before bonuses, because when you get bonuses you even get more. So watch this. I'm at $1.19. I'm going to invite these 3 friends. I got to put 62735, put that in there. It's now inviting them. It says congratulations. Look at how quickly that happens. I went from $1 and now I'm up to $24.25. And I'm up to 242 over here. And watch if I invite 1 more, right? Because you don't have to stop at 3. Maybe 100 people. I'm going to invite 1 more. Every time you invite more people, 65464. Every time you invite more people, it gives you an exact amount of how much you would be receiving, $31.94. So now watch this, all right? You just saw that I invited some 3 people here. So let me go over here. Now, let's pretend that a few minutes have passed by and I've now talked to those 4 people that I invited. And I was telling them about co-op business. And I was saying, listen, we got a pay it forward method. I'm willing to pay it forward to you if you're willing to pay it forward to 3 friends, because it'll help our business grow faster. My friends say, yeah, they'll do that. So watch what's going to happen and watch how easy it is. It just blows my mind. Where are we? Co-op team. Where is it? Co-op. Where are they? Oh, it's up here. GBO team. Here we go. So enrolled date. So here are the 4 people that I registered today. All David Rosens. It's a great name. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to put it over here. So I'm going to do the first one. All right. So now I'm going to this needs to change the registration key, by the way. But now, as you know, I just invited those 4 people. So now they've said they want to join me, and they also said they're going to pay it forward for their friends. So I'm going to pay it forward for them. So I'm going to copy this donor key, and I'm going to go over here. I'm going to open it in another link so I don't have to keep going back and forth. So watch this. That's a co-op free dashboard. I'm going to go to the co-op 28 dashboard. All right. Because now we're getting ready to invite these people as paid members. right, as paid members. Watch this. So here's how easy it is to get a person into business with you. You click on this link, you put the registration key in there, you click activate the co-op 28, you click confirm, and you click close. And within 1/10 of a second, you made your money. Look at that. It went from $0 to $8 just like that. And by the way, that person that I just invited, they are now an active teammate and they are ready to start building a real income just like that. That's how long it takes to register a new business with the pay it forward method. It takes a half a second. Now watch this, because I want to show you that this is not a fluke. So now, oh, not here. So now I'm going to go back over here, right? Because I invited 4 people today. So I'm going to invite another person. Going back over here, going to pay it forward. Look at that. And this time I'm going to pay it forward for the 280 and the 28. So I'm going to click confirm, close. Look at that. I just made more money. But now check this out. Now when I go to my co-op 28, I just made $80 just like that. You see, we can now register our teammates in seconds. In seconds. Watch, I'll do one more. Gonna go over here. Gonna get this third person. Gonna go over here. I'm gonna pay it forward. And this time I'm gonna pay it forward for this person again in both the 28 and in the 280. Check it out. Just like that, I made more money. So I just invited 2 friends. I made $160 on the 280. I invited 3 friends in the 28, and I received $24. Now, in the 28, I just invited 3 friends. I'm halfway through to qualifying because it says register 3 or more who do the same. You see, when you register 3 or more who do the same, you're qualified to receive bonuses. And folks, let me tell you about these bonuses. You see, I just registered 3 friends. I made $24. Is that making me rich? No. But what it did do is it's setting me on a path to success. Setting me on a path to success. Now, let me explain what I mean. So I invited 3 friends and I received $24. If I invite 1,000 friends, I'm going to receive $8,000. But it's not going to make me rich because those 1,000 friends, if they're not duplicating, we're not succeeding. So I'd rather have my 3 friends who duplicate than 1,000 friends who do nothing. And here's why. You see, I'm going to go back over here again. Whoops, I got to log in. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to log back in. So I'm going to go back over to the co-op free dashboard here, right? So, and I'm going to go to the cooperative. You see, this is what happens when your team duplicates. You see, your cooperative starts to grow. And right now, I've only got 10,000 people, 10,900 people in my cooperative. And you saw it was at $9 million. That's only 1/10 of having my cooperative filled, because there's 88,000 people in your cooperative. But as your team duplicates, they get 3. You got 3 people. Those 3 get 3. Now you got another 9. Those 3 get 3. You got another 27, 81, and so on and so forth. So this is how your income builds. It's not going to build that fast if you're the one who's doing all of the work. If you're the one who's doing all of the inviting and no one's duplicating, you're not going to grow. But if you have 3 who duplicate, when your cooperative fills, as I say, you invite 3 friends, you get $24, right? No big deal. That's when you invite 3 friends. When they continue to invite 3 friends and your cooperative fills, when your cooperative fills, you have 88,572 people in your cooperative. A filled cooperative is going to provide you with a nice chunk of change. It's going to provide you with $142,005. $142,005 every 28 days. It's a good start, right? So that's what happens as your team cooperates. So if you stopped right where I was, where you had 3, but they didn't duplicate, you don't get your bonuses. Now let me tell you what happens when you get your bonuses. I just mentioned to you, 3 who get 3, your cooperative fills, you got $142,000. But when you have 3 who have 3 and that process continues, you qualify for bonuses. Those bonuses amp up your income to $972,753 with just 3 who have 3. So that's why you want to teach cooperation. That's why you want to teach duplication. That's why you want to make sure that you get 3 who get 3 as quickly as possible. You shouldn't breathe. You shouldn't eat. You shouldn't do anything until you have your 3 who have 3, because when you have 3 who have 3, it sets you free financially. So that is your number 1 task. Then, after you've secured your position and you've qualified your position, then go have lunch. Then help more friends. And why would you want to help more friends? Well, I'm going to tell you. You see, when you buy a car, to get a license plate, you need insurance. When you buy a house, to get a mortgage, you have to get insurance. If you don't have insurance, you're not going to get a mortgage. If you don't have insurance, you're not going to get that license plate for your car. When you get married, your wife says, do you have insurance? You say yes, right? So you need insurance. This is your business. This is the most valuable asset you have. I didn't say the most valuable thing you have, because your family, your children, your passions, those are the most valuable things you have. But this is the most valuable asset, business asset that you have. So treat it with respect, and also make sure you have insurance. Get a 4th person who gets 3, a 5th, a 6th, a 7th. Because if at some point in time, one of those 3 people quits, one of those 3 people accidentally turned off their auto renew, that affects your income greatly. And let me tell you, folks, at $1 a day and you got a full cooperative, you're receiving $34,000 every day. $34,000 every day. So if somebody forgets to do what they're supposed to do, that could cost you $34,000 a day. If they do it for 2 days, that's $70,000. What happens if they do it for a week? But if you have insurance and you have 4 people or 5 people or 6 people, then you don't have to worry about it so much. So how do we make sure that our teammates are doing what they're supposed to do? So let me go back over here again. So see, we've done everything for you here, folks. You see, all you have to do is direct, right? You direct people to the site. We'll do the connecting for you. Now, let me see what happens here. Let me see. All right, so look over here, right? So this particular person, good name, David T Rosen. He's got 175 people, 29 people are active. This particular person, I don't even know who it is. They got 321 people that are free, 3 are active. So you always want to have at least 3 that have 3. So I'd have to go to the next page. I'm not going to go to the next page. So now let's say that one of your, you notice that one of your teammates is lapsed, because when you go over here and you go to your GBO team, you can click on your lapsed list. And you see there's a few people here that are lapsed. So watch this. So I'm going to take this donor key, right? So I'm going to take this donor key, and let's say that this is, I need this person to make sure that things are working right. So I'm taking this donor key 503. So this person, as you see, is now in my lapsed account. But I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to say, man, oh man, maybe she forgot. Let me get her back in business. So I go right here, I put the donor key in there, I go renew the 28, I go confirm, I go close. And as you see, I just made more money, right? Just made more money. And then when I go over here to my GBO team and I check my lapsed people, you see, I only have 2 lapsed people now. Now, when you're using these features that are here, right? When you're using these features that are here, you need to have tokens. So if you're paying it forward, you need to have 1 co-op 28 and 1 NFT when you pay it forward. By the way, so as you know, the $38 solution, when you pay it forward, it's only costing you $33 instead of $38. So that's a little more incentive, a little more encouragement to pay it forward, because it saves you money and saves your teammates money, and it helps you to reach your goals faster. So you're getting that for $38 because that pays for your NFT. When you renew somebody, you only need 1 NFT. So you don't have to buy another NFT. So when you renew somebody, you're renewing them with a 28 token, a co-op 28 token, right? So to use these features, you have to have one of 2 things: tokens in your in your dashboard. And if I go over here, right, I go to my co-op tokens and I go to my tokens. And when I click on my tokens, and it tells me I have a lot of tokens. Anybody want to join me? I got 2,218 co-op 28 tokens. Now remember, this is my demo account, so I don't have that many in my active account. And if I go over here, it shows that I got 1,280 tokens. So it means I have enough tokens to pay it forward, and I have tokens to renew people. If I didn't have enough, I just go over here. Right? I say, how many do I want? Well, I want 10. And by the way, folks, here's what I recommend everybody does. You want to have a store of tokens. You want to have tokens in your dashboard, right? So it tells you how, if you buy 10 tokens, 10 co-op NFTs, it tells you how much it costs there. So you click continue. And you say you're going to use pay by cryptocurrency. I have funds in my wallet, so I can actually use my wallet to pay for that. And let me show you something here. Watch this, all right? So in my wallet, where are we? I go to my co-op wallet. Boy, you guys are getting a lot from me today. So I got $3,000 here in my wallet. So now I go back over here, and you saw how many tokens I have. So I'm going to go back over to this page here. So I'm not going to use cryptocurrency. I'm going to go back to that in a second. I'm going to use my co-op wallet. So actually, I'm not going to use my co-op wallet because I got to set up my two-step authentication. So now check this out, right? So people can't steal your money. So this wallet that we have is secure. So people can't steal your money if they get your password. So that works fine. So let me go back over here, buy co-op tokens. Right. So you want to have several tokens. You don't want to just have 1 token in your dashboard. You want to have several tokens, or you want to have cash back there. So when it's time to pay it forward to a friend, you can pay it forward to a friend. So we got to pay it. Now, why did that happen? Oh, yeah. So now.
You went to wallet and not crypto.
What's that?
You went to wallet again and not crypto.
See, she's not just a pretty face. Let me do this again. Not my tokens. I'm going to buy tokens. So let me buy tokens. And the site's going a little slower because this is a demo site instead of the live site. So we're going to buy 10 tokens. Continue. And I'm going to use crypto. And by the way, folks, you see now, and this is, let me tell you, this is so, before I click on this, you notice we removed the credit card option. The credit card option was a pain in the ass. It did not work very well. Now, let me tell you something else about the credit card option. You see everything that I'm showing you here, part of co-op business, everything I'm showing you here, we created in-house. The only part of co-op wallet that didn't, the only part of co-op business that didn't work was a third party piece of co-op wallet. that credit card option, that's a third party. And I was using it once before and I stopped using it and I couldn't remember why I stopped using it. So we put it in here again. So thinking that we were giving you a better option, but it actually sucked. So not only did we use a third party, but that third party was using third parties. So we took you to a third party who was using a third party, and some of those third parties were also using a third party. So you got a whole daisy chain, and that was costing you money, and it didn't work. So did we eliminate credit cards? No. What we're going to do, and you'll see it next week, we are going to take you directly to the source where you can put in your credit card and buy your cryptocurrency. We're going to take you to the source because you see, that's not our responsibility. We aren't an exchange. So the only option that you're going to have to pay in is to use cryptocurrency when you get to the Co-op Business site, because that's our business. We are experts at it, but we are going to show you how to buy cryptocurrency using a credit card at Coinbase. We're going to show you how to buy cryptocurrency at using a credit card at MoonPay. We're going to show you how to buy cryptocurrency using a credit card at Luna and many other options, including using and it's not just credit cards. Some of them take Google Pay, some of them take Apple Pay. And here in Canada, we are able to e-transfer friends and or companies money. You're going to be able to use e-transfer using CoinSquare here in Canada. So we're going to provide you with a whole bunch of options. And when we provide you with these options, they will work. And then when you have your cryptocurrency and you get to Co-op Business, you point your phone at it, you do a copy and paste of two simple doable things, and within seconds, the process is underway, and within a couple of minutes, you're now an active member of Co-op Business and you are ready to get busy with it. You see, I got so many things going on. Sometimes that forest has got a lot of trees and you overlook little simple things. And that credit card option, which was causing us grief for the last 6 weeks, which wasn't even a Co-op Business option, was causing grief. We now got rid of it. Your transactions, you registering for Co-op Business is going to be as smooth as ice, and it's going to take seconds. And every single time you do it, you're going to find success. Now watch this. When you pay using cryptocurrency, so now I'm going to buy these 10 tokens. So if I got my phone now, if you're using, watch this, look at this. You got hundreds of methods to buy cryptocurrency, to get it. You got hundreds of different ways to get into Co-op Business. Hundreds of ways, not hundreds of ways. You got over 100 ways to get into Co-op Business. Let's say that you didn't want to use USDC. You wanted to use USDT. Boom, the invoice changes. There's your wallet address. Let's say you wanted to use Bitcoin, so you change it to BCT. And I don't recommend that you use BTC because it takes a lot longer and the fees are higher. See how the fees have changed over here? So it changes. Now, let's say, let me go back over here. Let's say we're using Ethereum. We're using ETH, right? So now you open up your Trust wallet. You open up your Binance wallet. You open up your KuCoin wallet. You open up your Kraken wallet. You open up your crypto wallet. You open up your wallet. You point the phone at the QR code for about a half a second. And then you're going to see this saying it started in a half a second. And within minutes, you're now an active member of Co-op Business. Now, let's say you're using your computer, so you're not using your phone. All you have to do is go over here, copy the address, remember the amount, go to your cryptocurrency exchange on another browser, put in the amount, put in that wallet ID, and boom, it works. And it works in seconds, and it works every single time without fail, as long as you put the same information in there. Now, if you have Tron in your wallet and you set up an Ethereum transfer, dude, it ain't gonna work. And then you're gonna get mad and say it doesn't work. Well, it doesn't work because you use the wrong information. But if you use the right information, it's going to work every time. Now, let me ask you this question, right? Just to give you an example of when things work and when things don't work. Let's say you're calling your mom, right? And your mom's phone number is 555-555-5555. You call her, she picks up the phone, you say, hey, mom, how you doing? Right? It works. But if you use 555-666-5555, guess what? Your mom's not going to answer the other end of the phone. It's the same as this. If you are using this and you've got BTC in your wallet and you're you're creating an invoice for Ethereum, hey, guess what? It's not going to answer. So it's simple and it's easy. And, the best thing to do is use a stable currency like USDC, USDT. Boom, 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 you're in, and it works beautifully. So that's that. What else do I need to show you? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let me go over here. Listen, I hope you guys are enjoying what you're seeing so far and seeing how truly easy being a member of Co-op Business is, and seeing how rewarding Co-op Business can be for you and your team and your loved ones. You see, in Co-op Business, the way I built Co-op Business is that we are all equal. And that means that Marina has the same opportunity as you. Paul has the same opportunity as you. Hemdi has the same opportunity as you. Aisha has the same opportunity as you. Everybody, all of us, we all have the same equal opportunity. And because I've kept the qualifications low, it means that everybody can qualify for a life-changing income, because it's just 3 who get 3. Now, if you get 300 who get 3, you're going to make way more money. But you see, here's the thing, is that the people that only want to get 3 who have 3, or the people that are, they don't know a lot of people, you see, they're still getting wealthy. And that is the key, is that your friends, regardless of where they live, regardless of their current circumstances, regardless of how much time they have, regardless of how much money they have, because you can even get started for free and make money with Co-op Business. It's not the best way to do it, but you can. So regardless of whatever your current situation is right now, Co-op Business is your answer and your destination to a life that allows you to live debt-free, allows you to live stress-free, and allows you to live financially free. Let me go back over here. I think there's one more thing I want to show you here, but folks, this is just blowing my mind, because in 1987, when I saw my very first network marketing project, I jumped on it. Cost me $800 a month. It was a great company at the time called Matol. It was a company out of Montreal. Great company, great elixir, great health product, did wonderful things, but it cost $800. And it cost $800 a month, meaning that in the first month, and I'm pretty good at what I do. In the first month, I only earned $100, but I had to spend $800 to get that $100. And then in the second month, it was just as bad. And then when I went to my friends, I realized my friends couldn't do what I'm doing. And I quickly realized that business, network marketing, was not the answer to allowing my friends to spend their days doing what I'm doing. And I vowed to come up with a perfect system that 100% of the people could use and share to create success for themselves and their families. The first system I set up was in 2001. When I set that up, I recognized that would help 5% of the people. We did phenomenal business. I kept building it out. In 2018, I released another system. Same system, just a different methodology to it. I recognize that that system could do 35%, that 35% of the population should be able to do it. We had done almost $1 billion by that time. Most people would sit on their laurels and say, oh my gosh, I'm doing really well right now. I got money, I got cars, I got a house, I'm able to take care of my family. You see, most people would stop. But there was more of you out there that needed a solution. So I kept working. And today, we've got co-op business. Co-op business. That dream that I had in 1987 of creating the perfect business that 100% of the people could do has come true. And you're looking at it right now. Anybody should be able to see that everybody can do this business and become a success. Folks, this is the perfect business that anybody, anywhere on the planet can use to create that success that they want. It truly is that perfect business. So folks, listen, I've been homeless. I know what it's like to not have enough money. I know what it's like to not be able to feed my family properly. I know what it's like to not be able to feed myself properly. I know what it's like to sleep in cars, and the cars that I was sleeping in weren't even mine. I know what it's like to suffer. But here's the thing. Here is the thing. No matter where you are in your life right now, as long as you have your last asset, and that last asset is hope, you got game. And I know for a fact that there are millions and millions and millions of people around the world where they lost hope. They've given up, and they're doing things that is uncommon for a human to do. Those people that lost hope, those friends that you have that are on the verge of doing something really, really bad, the people that are now going to food stores and stealing a loaf of bread so that they can give some bread to their children. We can give them hope. We can restore hope. And we can do what good humans do. Help another person, pay it forward. Give that person life. That's what we can do here. Let me see what else we got here. So, I don't even need to go on to more of this stuff. Marina, what do you say?
That was awesome. What I've done is I've copied all the answer and the question, I put it into a Word document, which I'll share with you afterwards in case we don't go through or get
that'd be great. Thank you.
But there's some, great questions. That was a great presentation and explanation of the business. I mean, you can't ask for more. It's simple. When you get into something, everything seems a little bit hazy but as you continue attending these presentations and overviews and Q&As, the better understanding you get of the business. So I encourage you to continue doing that, because I'm learning, we're all learning day by day. And it just gets easier as you stay on the journey to, it's your business. And it's at the end of the day, it depends on how much time you're willing to put into it. Think of your future. It's not about right now. It's about what's happening, a few years down the line as well. So help those that, might be struggling financially in order to pay it forward for them, but they have the will and desire. And they are saying, I want to do this. I've got people that can, but I personally don't have the money. Pay it forward for them and help them on their journey to, just change their life as well. So are you ready for some questions?
Let's do it.
Okay, I'm going to start at the top. There were a few that I answered, which was just hellos. I am answering the questions in the Q&A, not in the chat at this point. And then I'll move over.
Hold on one second, if you don't mind. Because
Yeah.
I see these hearts and these claps coming up on the screen. I love seeing those things. Listen, folks, if you've loved what you've heard so far today, and you can see co-op business as being your solution and your answer to hope, let me see those hearts. Let me see those thumbs up. Let me see those applause, because it encourages all of us. Yeah. Look at that. Eh? You see that? Yeah, you seeing that, Marina? Look. Woo! Wow.
That's awesome. Take a
Yeah, that.
screenshot of
Thank you.
one.
That makes my heart warm. Thank you, guys. Wow.
Yeah, thanks. I
All
do
right, go ahead,
appreciate it.
Marina. What's your
Shows
question?
that you guys are paying attention. All
Yeah.
right. Terry is very excited and has lots of questions. Terry's asking, the big concern is having is explaining it to in other languages, especially if you don't speak the language. And then would you be able to add a translate language to the website? And then he also gone on, I'm not sure if it's a man or a woman, sorry, Terry. If you have a registered account and want to, okay, let's first address the language issue there.
All right. So as far as the translations go, you've heard me say that we're going to translate the site many times. And you've also heard me say that we're going to translate the site when the site is done. Folks, the site is done. We're going to quickly start getting the site translated, professionally translated into multiple languages, not just a Google translator, but actually doing the real translation by people that understand that particular language. So the site will start being translated as quickly as possible into multiple languages, probably 20 different languages, including French, Russian, Spanish, French, and all these other languages. So we're going to translate it into multiple languages so that people can understand how great an opportunity co-op business is.
Awesome, that's exciting. Right, Terry is also saying, if I have a registered account and want to show new people that they can test the free version to build reassurance, how would you do that? Could you show an example process, please? And thanks.
Yeah. And it's another great question. I did show the example process, and I know that you had put your question in before we showed the example process, but the example process, just log into your dashboard, and whether you're in the 28 dashboard, the 280 dashboard, or the co-op free dashboard, you'll see you have an opportunity to invite people. When you invite people, put their name, their email address, their phone number. Make sure you use real information, because we're going to be sending out, we're going to be communicating with those people. Use a real email address, real phone number, and then hit submit. When you hit submit, it automatically sets up those teammates with a free site of their own. You can now call, let's say I set up Marina. So I would call Marina and say, Marina, hey, listen, I joined co-op business. It said that I can invite some friends to try the system free with me. I set up a site for you. I used your email address, and you tell Marina what the email address is. And then we set up a default password so everyone can log in. So the default password is 123456. So I say, Marina, log in, use 123456. You take a look. I say, what do you think? You say, it looks pretty cool. And you got all this for free. I say, yeah. I said, do you want to start building your business? Marina says, yeah. She puts her 3 names in there or more, 3 phone numbers, 3 email addresses, hit submit. She sees that her free income's gone up to $26.25. I say, do you want to make it real? She says, yeah. I said, let's now call those 3 friends. You call the 3 friends, they make it real. Boom, you get the exact same results. So that's how you use the system. And we are going to start, I believe on Tuesday, start sending out emails to all of those people that have been joining us for free.
Awesome, thank you.
You're
right,
welcome.
Sally Singer is saying, hi, David, so interested to hear your involvement with starting crowdfunding and loyalty cards. I'd love to read about it, but cannot find any reference material on this.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of interesting, right? For the longest while, I didn't care that I created the loyalty cards. And, you know, even though loyalty cards right now are doing 52 trillion with a T, $52 trillion worth of retail sales on an annual basis around the world, $52 trillion. For the longest while, I didn't care whether I got recognition for creating it or not. In 2001, I created crowdfunding. I didn't care whether I got recognition or not, even though it helped so many people, including Barack Obama, to become elected president of the United States of America, not once, but twice. And now every politician is using crowdfunding to manage their campaigns instead of just going to big donors and being beholden to those people. So crowdfunding now has helped, is helping hundreds of millions of people every single day raise money for everything from as small as a case of beer to saving an entire country from a natural disaster. When I created it, I said, I'm fine. I like being able to walk up and down the street in my anonymity without people recognizing me. And it didn't bother me. Now, I think it's important that people understand that I did, in fact, create crowdfunding, that I did, in fact, create the loyalty cards. And right now, my team is out there. They are working to prove online so that when people look up and they say, who created crowdfunding? They're going to see that David T Rosen created crowdfunding. When people look up and they say, who created the loyalty card? They're going to be able to say, David T Rosen created the loyalty card. Well, you see, that's why you don't keep coffees beside your computer. So why don't you just talk to the people for a second while I clean up my coffee?
There we go. Well, that was funny. Some comic relief as well. Everyone's enjoying that. Right, I hope that you guys are getting the answers here. And just to let you know, the Telegram link that I shared with a few people, there's not any of my personal information there. That group is merely created with Paul and Dennis Owens to help team members. You know, if there's questions, we can gather the questions and try and get the answers to you in a timely fashion. And that's the only reason that I created the group, because I always find that it's a nice place to, you know, everyone can come to there, ask a question, and hopefully get your answer sooner than later.
I'll just be a second, Marina.
No problem, no problem. And Terry, okay, so we've done that. David said that he's going to have the website translated in 28, I think he said 28 different languages. Now I've got 28 on the mind, but it is going to be done soon. Right, and then just to go through the answered questions. Agnes, I have copied your number and I will give it to David to reach out to you. And Howard says, hello from Harlem, New York. Welcome to you. Jim, we will address the credit card question that you had, and covered that. And yeah, Sally, it's actually quite sad that he was such a humble man that didn't want that, but I'm sure in the months and years to come, people will know that David was responsible for that, loyalty cards and crowdfunding. Okay, just to put it on the air, I believe there is a plug-in for translator. It would just need to be installed on the website. This would be huge for so many, for the languages. So, David, I'm sure your tech team will have a look at that and get that set up on the website for us. Thank you, Terry. Yes, Sally, I will definitely try and get all your questions answered. And yeah, we have Bangladesh in the house. Abdullah.
By the way, Marina, I got a surprise for everybody.
Oh, that's awesome. We love surprises.
Big coffee, big spill.
It sounds like you're probably making another cup there.
Oh, I'm going to get another cup of coffee. But first I got to clean up the one that I spilled all over the place.
And I must be careful with that. I've actually got my laptop raised for that exact reason. I do the same thing with my phone. I never put it down face down, and I've got a little something to keep it raised because I'm always spilling. And howdy from Texas, Blake, welcome. Okay. Mark Stevens, I am copying your number and giving it to David to get back to you on that as well. Sorry, I'm just busy copying and pasting here, so bear with me. I just feel it's important to cover everyone's questions and make sure that you don't leave here thinking,
don't leave. I got a surprise.
No, don't leave. And I'm actually really impressed with the attendance today. You guys have been awesome. And, the amount of people that's interested in this business is just phenomenal. So that's really great. Mark Stevens, I have copied your number and we'll move that, give that info. Okay. Okay, that's awesome. Mark Stevens has got a nice big organization that he wants to share this business with. So he'd like to discuss that with you, David. Right, so that's all. I'm just waiting for David to get back. And let us know, have you looked at the course? What do you think of it? I see there are a few people that have said it's brilliant. So let us know. Yes, David.
So, sometimes people, they come on the call and they say, well, what happens if I invite 3 friends and one of them quits? And I tell them to get another friend.
Yeah.
You see, I like coffee. And just because I spilled it all over everything, I'm not quitting. I'm going to get some more.
Yeah, don't quit just because you spilled it or messed up. Or somebody just decided to leave you in the lurch. Marsha, we're going to tackle your questions next with regarding to email support. And I also found when I contacted email, it said that the email didn't exist unless I put in an extra digit. I'm not sure if you can just check on that for us, please, David. And let me know when you're ready. Also, will this recording be shared?
So I'm getting that surprise right now.
Okay. And will this recording be shared? Because everyone's really keen to watch it and share it with their team members.
What's that?
Will this recording be shared? And
oh, yeah, of course.
Okay, awesome. Oh, Terry is a male. Okay, awesome. All right. Blake is asking, says he has a previous account with a balance. Can I still use it?
Okay, so remember what I was saying that, and folks, what I'm going to tell you right now. All right, let me get this set up. So by the way, Marina, I'm patting myself on the back right now. This is a big coffee.
Yep.
It's spilled all over everything. 5 phones, my counter, my floor. I got it all cleaned up and back and ready to go.
Well, there you go. Well, spick and span.
So, people ask, well, how can you prove, like, what proof do you have that you created the loyalty cards? What proof do you have that you created crowdfunding? I'm having a little bit more trouble finding the proof that I created crowdfunding, because when I created crowdfunding, it was online, and online they have records, and I got my team searching, and I've got my team searching for a lot of different records and stuff like that. And while they're searching for all these different records, I'm finding stuff, and I've also gone in my storage and I got some stuff out that I found on when I created the world's first loyalty program. And you're going to find all that stuff online pretty soon. And there's one other thing that I'm trying to find here. You're going to find that stuff online pretty soon, because I'm going to put it online. Let me see. So let's see if this has a date on it. This doesn't have a date on it, but this is my first contract
that I was signing between retailers. You know, when you create a loyalty card, it was like the world's first multi-use coupon. Let me see if I got some of the cards back there. It was the world's first multi-use coupon. So it wasn't the first one that I created. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think this was the first one that I created back in 1985. And there's stuff all over the place here. And then I advanced, you know, and then we got what does this one say? It was called the Wow Card when I created it back then. And here's what I'm going to tell people is, and here was my first pitch deck, which was pretty cool. You know, this is going back into the 80s, and I was making pitch decks like this. But here's what I want to tell people is that, and I had a store, you know, most people get an office. I decided to get a storefront so that I could promote the business. So I promoted the business this way. When I started that, the same way when I started crowdfunding, I had no money. And when I created the loyalty card, I said, and I was telling my friends that the loyalty card was going to become the biggest thing in the history of retail, which it has, because, you know, it creates $52 trillion annually in sales, bringing the retailer and the consumer together. Because if you remember in the days, you ripped out coupons and you go to the store and you'd have to have all these coupons getting dirty all over your hands and everything else. And you created coupons, and that coupon, as great as they were, it only gave the retailer the opportunity to be loyal to that customer once. The card that I created, which I know I got them, they're all over the place, it's a mess in that box. The card that I created meant that you could go back to that retailer over and over and over and over and over and over again. And every time that you went back to that retail environment, you got the same discount over and over and over again. Now, the reason why I tell you that when I created that, I had no money. And I remember this was my first foray into, you know, trying to find money. And the first time I went and I needed money, and I didn't know who to go to. So a friend said, "Oh, go meet this person." His name's Alan Eagleson. Great man. He was the director of the NHL, the director of the Players Association of the NHL. So I needed $20,000, and you know, Alan Eagleson's a shark. So when I went to meet him, he said, "Great idea. What do you need?" I said, "I need $20,000. So he says, "Okay, I want 50% of your business." So I said, "No, you can't have 50% of my business." So I walked away. So then I kept struggling on. Then I said, "Okay, well, let me put a new business plan together." I got the business to a next stage. And then I said, I'm going to try and raise money again because I still needed money. So now I went, same business plan that I tried to raise $20,000 with, where somebody wanted 50%. I now tried to raise $300,000. And the person that I was trying to raise $300,000 for, they wanted 50%. And then there was no way that I was giving up 50% of the business. So I kept plodding along. And then, you know, the business started doing better and still had no money. But I went to the Toronto Sun. Now think about this. Think of the audacity of somebody that has no money, and all they have is a good idea and a copy of this book, and said, "I'm going to create millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of advertising for your business, but I want you to do something for me." So check this out, right? So at the time, one color page of newspaper advertising was $15,000. I said, "Listen, we're going to do something, so we have to partner up." So I said, "I want 8 pages 8 pages of color advertising in the center of your newspaper to promote the wow card because it's going to bring you business. And with no money, he believed me. And he gave me 8 pages to put in the newspaper. 8 full pages of advertising to put in the newspaper. Not only to give me 8 full pages of the newspaper, they also gave me, back in the day, we had something called the Sunshine Girl. It was on page 3. A lot of newspapers had it. They had the Sunshine Girl wearing my colors. I had no money at the time, and I was getting all of these benefits from people. You see, I was getting all these benefits from people because I believed that I could, and I believed in my process. So when I was talking to these people, they believed me too. But then I said, in Canada and the US, we got football. The rest of the world calls it, football soccer and rugby. So we have football. To get advertisement in what used to be called the Sky Dome, which is now called the Rogers Center, cost $5 million. I had no money, but I had a good idea, and I believed that I could. We had our advertising going around our football center for 50,000 people, and I didn't pay a single dime. And every single person that walked through the turnstiles got a flyer. You see, when you believe in something, you're going to make it happen. So for those of you that were kind of figure it out, did he really create the loyalty card? The answer is yes. You see, I don't bullshit. You see, you don't, if you do good stuff, you don't lie. You don't need to lie to people, because here's what I learned a long time ago, is that if you lie, you're going to get caught in that lie eventually. And if you tell the truth, you're never going to get caught in the lie. So whether it's good or whether it's bad, I always tell the truth. And everybody who's been in any of my businesses over the years, when you go to the site and the site says, if you do this, you're going to do this, will tell you that if you do this, you did in fact get this. So when we put stuff on our site that says, if you do this, you're going to receive this. And if you just simply help 3, who helped 3, who helped 3, and that process continues. And we say that you can receive $972,753 every 28 days, you can. Because I believe in telling the truth, because that's what my mom and dad taught me. Tell the truth, be your word, and we are. So folks, listen, my friends who hang around with me, they hear some crazy stories all the time, and they say it's not true, it can't be. They say, David, why do you think so big? I say, why do you think so small? Right? Just do what you believe. If you believe in something, make it happen. And it's the same with what's going on here in co-op business. Right now, of the vast majority of you that are on the phone, on this Zoom with us right now, this very second, even listening to me as I'm proving some of the things that I've said, you still don't believe it. It's going to make things difficult for you. When you change your mind, you will change you. And I've made the bar so low with what we've got going on here at Co-op Business that every single person who does what they're supposed to do can achieve it. Folks, we are here to help you. And if you look at the businesses that I've set up, if you look at what I've done at Co-op Business, all the stuff that I'm giving you right now, I could charge you $1,000. And there's not a regulator in the world who would say that we're overcharging people for what they're getting. I could make it so that it's difficult for you to attain that highest achievement level. I could make it so that you have to get 3 people every month instead of 3 people once. I could do a whole bunch of things. But even though we're talking about receiving millions of dollars every single month, for me, it's not about money. It's about creating opportunities and giving you that opportunity. So think about it, $38. And if you use the pay it forward, $33, you can get your business going and set yourself on a track to achieve not a little bit of success, but monster success. We're going to create the largest mass distribution of wealth in the history of mankind, and it all begins with you. Marina, as you know, I can't shut up.
I know I'm gonna have to say, whoa, let's get back to the questions. It's so interesting. I don't think anyone minds listening to your story. They're all very, very exciting and interesting. Thank you. Right, Marsha Bell says, I have a former team member who is reactivating. I signed a token to her to reactivate. However, there's no option for reactivation to do so. How does she sign up using this option? And then she went on to say, Marina, I emailed support regarding the question I just sent you. This is what they sent back to me this morning. They will need 3. You assigned them a token before that option was available. You will need to assign them 3 tokens.
Yeah, okay.
This is
So
not
you
what
don't
David
even
is
have to
telling
continue
us.
reading. Yeah. So here's so support doesn't even know that we've now put in the pay it forward or the renew option. And yesterday support, and even today at this point, support still thinks you have to have 3 tokens to activate. You only need to have 1 token to activate. So if the person was already in, then when they got that token, it should have activated them. Marina, ask the person to put in the registration key of the person. I'll take a look at it, but you should have activated the person. If it didn't, there's probably a reason for it. Maybe you gave it to the wrong donor key. Maybe they're logging into the wrong account. Maybe they're looking in the wrong place, but it will activate. If it's a brand new person, you have to have 1 token, 1 co-op NFT. If it's a person who's already in, now hold on a second. So this what might be what happened here. So if the person was with you in one of our former businesses, it means that they weren't active in co-op business. If the person was in co-op business when we first got started, but they didn't take action and they were compressed out of the active cooperative, then they're considered a free member. Free members need 1 co-op 28 token and 1 co-op NFT. So the person might need an NFT to get reactivated again.
Okay, awesome, thank you. Marsha, if you can, please just type in the donor's number so that David can check on that. Thank you. Right, Joe is saying $1 a day with potential pay of one time or first time only. Please explain, thanks.
I don't even understand the question, do you?
Let me read it slowly again, or maybe Joe can reword it so that we do have a good understanding. $1 a day with potential pay of one time or first time only. Please explain. So basically, my understanding is the $1 a day, the $28 that it's costing. When somebody signs up, are you getting paid every month for that, or only on the first time they sign up?
No, and it's not, it's like the amount that you're receiving, it's not a quick start amount, because as you know, some companies, they have something called a quick start. You know, they try to tease you, you know, someone pays $100, they give you $50 in month 1, but then they'll give you $1 in month 2, right? To tease you, to get more people to join you. Our system is based the exact same way. And if you invite somebody to the combo pack, you know, the 318, and they're in the $1 a day and the $10 a day, you know, you're going to receive, as long as they're active, you're going to receive royalties from that person 13 times a year. You're going to receive $1,300 for registering that person once. So as long as somebody's active, you get the exact same amount in month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4, month 5, and so on and so forth. And the reason why I say you're going to receive that payment 13 times is because 28 goes into 364 13 times. So you're actually getting an additional payment in co-op business because it's not just on a monthly basis.
Awesome. Thank you. I hope you understood your question, Joe, and answered it. Anonymous says, what is the price for 3 tokens? Now, if there is $99 balance in my wallet, is there any fees?
Yeah, there's a 1% fee. To buy things within the co-op wallet, there's a 1% fee. But you buy the 3 tokens for $99. It's going to cost you $99.99.
Awesome, thank
Then
you.
you can pay it forward with those 3 tokens. Additionally, you don't have to buy 3. You can buy 1 token today and pay it forward, 1 token tomorrow and pay it forward. So you don't have to buy all 3 tokens at the same time, and you don't have to pay it forward all at the same time, and you don't have to stop at 3 to pay it forward. If you want, some of us will be paying it forward to hundreds of people over the course of the next year because we have hundreds of people that we want to help. So you can buy 1, you can buy 3, you can buy as many as you want. And the fee, if you're using the wallet, the fee is 1%.
Great, thank you. Carlos said, I've seen the course for the first time. It looks fabulous. Now tell me, the courses will come in different languages. Thank you, David. You are the best. God bless you.
Boy, oh boy, oh my goodness, they keep giving me more work. By the way, that is an excellent question. And to be honest, I haven't even thought about putting the courses in multiple languages, but you're absolutely correct. They do need to be in multiple languages. My lips to your ears, we will be putting them in multiple languages. So the answer is yes. Right. I don't know how quickly, but the answer is yes.
Work in progress. Thank you. Thank you, Carlos, for that. And then he says, same person, Carlos says, will we have a debit card in the future to make it easier to use the money from the wallet?
The answer is yes again. That's a bigger process and it's going to take a little longer. Oddly, somebody who's recently joined us, who you're going to meet at some point in the not too distant future, because the guy is excited. The guy is electrifying. He's an influencer. He's someone you want to hear, and I'm pretty certain we're going to hear from him at some point pretty soon. But last night he sent me. They were trying to get a debit card going previously, and for whatever reasons, it's not an easy thing to do. So for whatever reason, it didn't quite work out. But we've got the perfect platform for it. So the answer is yes. I don't know whether we're going to use that one, because we have some other options, but yeah, we are going to have a debit card at some point soon, so that you'll be able to offboard your funds a little easier.
Great. Okay. Dan says, will CoopBusiness be creating a debit card to allow members to withdraw that way from their wallet rather than using a bank?
Say that part again. I was distracted, sorry.
No problem. Will CoopBusiness be creating a debit card to allow members to withdraw that way from their wallet rather than using a bank?
Listen, the co-op wallet is already made and built. It can do the same things as other wallets that you might see. Like it can do the same things as Coinbase. It can do the same things as KuCoin. We've already built all of those things into the wallet, but some processes require a lot more legal. There's a lot more legal hoops that you've got to jump through. So some things take a little longer than others to make live. And right now we're sort of weighing what our options are, whether the better option is to use a third party or whether to do it ourselves. So we're weighing those options, but we are going to make it available at some point soon. We're hoping to either partner with an offline bank or actually buy a bank at some point.
Okay. Shaba is asking, did David say that we can transfer USDT to our wallet?
Who?
USDT.
Oh, yes.
Shaba is the person's name asking, did David say that we can transfer?
Yes. And you can withdraw it in USDT as well. USDT, USDC. And the thing is that depositing to your wallet, there's over a different 100 different cryptocurrencies that you can actually deposit to your wallet. And when you deposit to your wallet, it turns into USDT or USDC or one of the stable coins so that it doesn't fluctuate. But you can transfer funds to your wallet and they are secure, and they're secure with the two-step authenticator. And here's the thing about having funds in your co-op wallet as opposed to, you know, some of the disasters that have happened with some of the offline banks. Offline banks, you put $100 in there, they are legally able to lend that out 10 to 1. So you put $100 in the bank, they lend out 1,000. And if they've got 1 million, then they have 10 million. If they got 1 billion, then they got 10 billion. So a mistake can be disastrous and it ends up causing the bank to collapse. We are not going to lend out your money. We do not need to make an extra 1% a month and risk your money. So when there's if you got $100 in your co-op wallet, we got $100 here for you. If you got $1 million in your co-op wallet, we got $1 million here for you. So a co-op wallet always has your funds dollar for dollar. And that is why we can allow you to withdraw your money anytime you want. You know, some banks have collapsed because all of a sudden, you know, there was bad news and everyone said, I better take out my money and turn it into cash because I don't know if the bank's going to be there. And then the bank collapses. That'll never happen to us. If we've got 10 million or 100 million on deposit of your money and all of you want your money out the same second, guess what? We can fulfill that need because we're not going to have that problem. So the co-op wallet is actually a very good place to, like, you don't have to have those same concerns that you have with other institutions. Co-op wallet is holding on to your money dollar for dollar.
Hey, great. Then Joe's asking, tokens expiration dates, question mark, 28-day token originally, question mark. What about the extra tokens we buy? Is there a time limit? Yeah,
there's a time limit, but I think it's like 2 years. So if you buy a co-op 28 token and you want to pay it forward, but you haven't found a person to pay it forward to yet, I think that the expiry date's like 2 years from now.
Okay, great. Thank you.
So you got any time now between now and 2 years to give it to somebody or use it. Because by the way, folks, if you're in the co-op 28 and if you're in the co-op 280, if you've got tokens in your dashboard, just because you bought them for the prospect of paying it forward to somebody, they are also used to renew you as well. So they aren't going to waste. You can use them. Other people can use them that are already in, or you can use them to pay it forward to get new people in. So they're usable by anybody, and they'll keep you active actually.
Okay, and on that note, Joe's asking, do the extra purchase tokens by any chance gain value?
No, because these are not non-fungible tokens. These are fungible tokens. A fungible token maintains the exact same value throughout its lifetime. So they won't gain value. They'll gain value because co-op business is going to become more and more relevant day by day, but the actual token, it'll always be $28.
Great, thank you. Fola Wilson's asking, is there any way we can see the names of the people that we invited?
Yeah, you can see it right now. All you have to do is go to co-op, your GBO team. And when you go to your GBO team, if you're a free member, you can only see your free members. If you're an active member, you can go to your GBO team. And when you click on it, it'll show you who's active. It'll show you who's lapsed. It'll show you who canceled, which there's nobody that's canceled, but it'll show you who's canceled, and it'll show you who are guest members. So you can see your entire team, your personal team. Now, for privacy reasons, obviously, you can't see the people that they've invited and so on and so forth. But your personal team, you've always got access to those people.
Cool. Right, Samsung, I'm not sure what your name is, but from what I understand, we have 3 packages to register with, as low as $33, $99, and $379. If I start register at 33, what is the cut-off number of invites to take me to the next level? And what is the best package to start off with? Great question.
Great. Yeah, great question. And those numbers have changed actually. So you can start off if you go to the site and you start off, then it's $38 because that's $28 for your co-op 28 plus $10 for your co-op NFT. If somebody pays it for you, it's $33. And because your NFT is a one-time cost and you only need one NFT for your business, you don't have to buy another NFT when you get into the co-op 10x to $10 a day one. So if you can start at the numbers have changed now, as you know. So now you can get started for 38 plus 280. So you can get into both cooperatives for $318. If you want to buy additional tokens because you want to pay it forward, you can buy additional tokens and pay it forward as well, but that's up to you. But there's really 3 ways you can register now. For free, not recommended unless that's your only option. The co-op 28 or the co-op 28 and the co-op 280. Those are the 3 ways in which you can register. And you can get started in any of those ways right from jump. Or you can do what some people do is they register in the co-op 28. They see that it's working. And when they see that it's working in the co-op 28, then they don't wait until we automatically put them into the co-op 280. They buy into the co-op 280 right away. And let me just address that for a minute because it's super, super important. And Fola's question actually is going to be helpful in this answer as well. So if you invite 5 teammates, now you've got 5 teammates, you can see your 5 teammates. In your cooperative, if they've each invited 5 and so on, and it's growing in your cooperative, you can see, you might see that you've got 200 people or 300 people. You're talking to your personal teammates of 5, and none of them are ready to move up into the 280 yet. So you don't go up into the 280. That may be a mistake. And here's why it may be a mistake and why you might want to consider going up into the 280 sooner rather than later. So even though your personal team hasn't moved up in the 280 yet, there is a possibility, and I don't want you to register because of what I'm about to tell you next, but there is a possibility that when you go up into the 280, if the person above you is busy, there's a possibility that someone might fall into your cooperative because of the actions of your team above you. And if somebody falls into your cooperative because of the actions of the team above you, you actually get paid. You get paid even though you didn't invite that person. And in the 280, if someone lands on that first level, boom, you got $25. That's 10% of that 280 that you just, it's almost 10% of that 280 that you just paid. The other reason to do it, and let's say that person that invited somebody, they invite somebody, you're gonna get paid on that too, even though you haven't done anything yet. Now, the other reason that you might want to do it is that even though you can see that your original 5 haven't gone up into the 280, but maybe someone who's part of those other 200 or those 300 says, you know what, I don't want to wait. I want to get into that 280 right now. When they do, because their inviter's not in, they go up line. And the system automatically, the artificial intelligence in the system automatically scans up line, finds the next person in the hierarchy or genealogy, and places the person in that cooperative. So if you're there and someone who's 7 levels below you decides to join the 280 and no one between you and that 280 is in there, they're coming into your cooperative and you get paid. So there's a lot of reasons to get in there. The other more important reason to do it is that people do what the leader does. If you're talking to if I'm talking to Marina and I say, hey, listen, Marina, I joined co-op business and right now I'm in the evaluation, I'm trying it out to see how it works. And Marina's going to say, okay, well, I'll try it for free. When you pay, let me know. Or I call up Marina and I say, hey, listen, Marina, I joined co-op business. I got into the co-op 28. It's a beautiful system. Marina says, hey, I'm going to join you in the co-op 28. Or if I say, Marina, I joined in co-op business. I joined in the co-op 28 and I joined in the co-op 280. Marina says, that's kind of cool. Can I join in those levels? She's going to do what you do. So your team is going to do what the leader does. So if you're already on those higher levels, the likelihood is that your team is going to follow you if they have the wherewithal to do so. So it's in your best interest to get started on both levels as opposed to one level. Now, having said that, I don't want anybody starting on the 280 if they've got the rent bill to pay tomorrow. I don't want anybody starting on the 280 if you got to pay your phone bill tomorrow, because we're going to be here for a long time and our systems are going to outlast all of us. The first business that online business that I created in 2001, still in business today, right? So this business, co-op business, 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road, 30 years down the road, 100 years down the road, when we're dust, it's still going to be providing benefits to our next of kin. So get in the highest level as you can from jump. And if somebody says that, well, now it just brought on something else. So let's say that I only have the wherewithal to get started in the co-op 28. And I call FOLA. I call Marina. And Marina says, David, this is fantastic. I noticed that there's a co-op 28 and there's a co-op 280. Are you in the 280? I say, Marina, I'm not in the 280 yet. Right now, everyone knows what happens if somebody moves ahead of you in other businesses. You're SOL and you get nothing. But you see, I remember what it was like when I couldn't afford to buy my daughter a Happy Meal. I don't want that to happen to you. So I'm going to encourage Marina to get to that higher level, because here's what's going to happen. I'm going to get 25% because I invited Marina. Even though I'm not in that higher level, I'm getting 25%. So I'm getting 62.50, boom, 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 just like that. She's going to end up in someone else's cooperative, but that's okay because I made money. Now, when I move up into the higher level, guess what? She's still going to be in someone else's cooperative. But do I care? No, because Marina still counts as one of my three. And when I have three who have three, I get the bonuses. So even if she jumps up ahead of me, it's okay. Do I want it to happen? No. But if it does happen, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry in my cereal bowl. No, I'm going to say, hey, listen, I just made $62.50. I can go buy some more cereal. Right? So it's giving me money right now. And I've done something else, which is like, listen, our cooperatives are connected. We got another business. And if you invited somebody in that other business, they're a part of your team here in this business. And even though you're in that other business that has nothing to do with this business, if Marina registers in this business and you don't even know about this business and you're not in this business, you're going to see money in your wallet. And you're going to say, where'd this come from? We still pay you because you invited Marina. We do things that no other business on the planet does. And it's all designed to make sure that you get the most. When you lock arms with David T Rosen, when you lock arms with Co-op Business, we are doing absolutely everything that we can do to make sure that you get the most out of your experience and you get rewarded, even if you are unable to get into the system yourself. And if you're a free person, if you are a free person, you didn't have any money to get started, but you told Marina about Co-op Business, and Marina says, my goodness, I love this. And Marina registers in the Co-op 28, and Marina registers in the Co-op 280. Guess what? You're going to receive over $70 in your pocket as a free member. And when you've received that $70 as a free member because you didn't have any money to get started, you now got $70 and you can get started in Co-op Business as a full-fledged active donor and start receiving the same benefits as everybody else, even though you started for free. These are the things that we do for you, that others say, I'm going to keep that money myself. No, We want you to have this money in your pocket. We want you to eat steak instead of macaroni and cheese. We want you to get that big house. We want you to get that big boat. We want you to have the life that you deserve. That is why we do the things that we do. So.
Awesome, that's fantastic. Jim Bell from Canada is asking, is it more advantageous? I don't know if I'm reading wrong or if I'm
Advantageous.
Advantageous, there we go. He's got advantageous to send the invite link out to the combo.
You can't send the invite out to the combo. You can only send an invite out to Co-op Business, and then you have the opportunity to speak to the person and say, do you want to get in the combo? Do you want to get into Co-op 28, or do you want to get started for free? So when you send that invite out, the best, now remember here, folks, you see, we're going to be locking arms with the people that join us forever. And because of the fact that we've got our own bank, the Co-op wallet, it means that it's unlikely that your teammates are going to lapse. You see, a lot of people join the business, then their credit card changes. So now they get out of the business because their credit card changed and they forget all about it. When a person joins Co-op Business, because we built our own bank, we have the automatic deduction, which you can turn off, of course, if you choose to, which is not a good idea. But because we built our own bank, we're not going to have the same type of people quitting the business as other businesses, because we've got it going on here. So yeah, so the people have the chance to choose what they want to do. And what I was going to say is that when I invite Marina, because we're going to be in business together for a long time, I'm going to pick up the phone and say, hey, Marina, it's David. Did you get and as of Tuesday, did you get the email? She's going to say, yeah. I said, well, let me tell you a little bit about it. So I'm going to spend the time talking to Marina. I'm not just going to leave her alone and send out a gazillion emails and see what sticks and what doesn't. I'm going to build that relationship with Marina. I'm going to say, hey, Marina, let me tell you a little bit about Co-op Business, and take her to the site and walk her through so that she can join us and get that full experience. So that's what I recommend to everybody. Send out the emails, then pick up the phone and communicate with those people that you sent out the email to so they can get the full picture from you.
Cool, thank you. Viola has asked if you can please reach out to her. She really like to speak to you. I've copied her number for you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Cole Everett says, I have a large database of subscribers of about 30,000. Is there any way I could
I hope you want to join me.
invitation out in bulk?
You can't. Yeah. Well, the thing is that we send out in bulk. So if you've used the Co-op business system and you've invited 10 people, and we've got 200,000, which we have over 200,000 right now, we send out in bulk. So we send out to everybody that you put in there. But if you've got a database of 50,000 people, if you put them all into Co-op Business, you're going to see some really wonderful things happening to your system. But there's other methods that you can use as well. And even though, I've created Co-op Business, I'm the founder of Co-op Business. When I do my external marketing, I don't send people directly to Co-op Business. I've set up a landing page where I can give them a little bit different information to get them excited about Co-op Business. So I give them different information on my landing page before I direct them to Co-op Business. And if you got a membership base of 50,000 people, I can help you set up some landing pages, some capture pages, so that you can talk to them on a more personal level as opposed to on a bulk mail level.
Okay. Yeah, I know a lot of people that's got a lot of contacts, but just has no idea of marketing.
Right.
I'm not into the email marketing and the landing page. So it can get a bit tricky. So I hope that helped you. Paul, maybe you can hire someone on Fiverr to do the entries for you, put in those invites.
Fiverr's actually pretty cool.
There's ways of
there's a plug for Fiverr. I'm not even asking for my royalties.
Sorry, I just know that you can pretty much get everything.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, that's answered. Michael B says, greetings, Mr. Rosen. From our heart, we need an actual real person share by Zoom how to join from Coinbase to Co-op Business to see the process works, but just on that subject alone for clarity. So a tutorial on how to.
And Marina, as you know, we're putting that together right now, right?
We are busy doing that.
Yeah. So the
Thank
answer is
you,
yes, you'll have
Michael.
it very soon.
All right, awesome. Thank you. Terry says spilled coffee is better than spilled milk.
Better than what?
Spilled milk.
Oh, the spilled coffee is better than spilled milk?
Coffee.
Yeah, it's not as difficult to clean up.
Okay. And then Andy Borthwick says, a lot of us are using Wise. Maybe you can speak a little bit about Wise, because there are a few of us using that.
Yeah. Actually, I'm not going to speak too much about it, but Wise is a bank. They're a global bank. It's a great bank. It's online. They have debit, credit. They have debit cards. It's a fantastic company. Actually, I've been using them for years. And unlike, like, if I go and open up a bank account at one of my local banks over here, I get a Canadian dollar account, and if I'm lucky, that bank will also offer a USD account. If I'm lucky, because most of them only offer one option. But if you open up a Wise account, you got 60 different local currencies, and you can send funds to over 150 different countries. So Wise is a great option to create a bank account. You can't pay into Wise, but here's what people are doing right now, is that if both myself and Marina have a Wise account, and I'm going to pay it forward for Marina, and maybe at this point Marina doesn't understand the cryptocurrency world that much, but she does have a Wise account and I've got a Wise account. I'll pay it forward for Marina, and I'll say, Marina, send me $99 US using your Wise account. I get it in like seconds, and then I send her my 3 Co-op 28 tokens from my dashboard, and now she's good to go without having to worry about the complications of learning how cryptocurrency works. And by doing so, then Marina can now understand and learn the importance, because it's super important, of getting a digital wallet and understanding how to set up a cryptocurrency account, because it's super important. You're going to need it sooner rather than later, but at least you get a chance to do it at your own pace without stressing yourself out.
Awesome, thank you. Takika, as it says, hello from Texas, and going to log in again and look around at all the updates in the system. That's awesome. Thank you.
The Lone Star State.
Is it the Lone Star?
Yeah, in Texas is called the Lone Star State.
Blake says, I have a previous account with a balance. Can I still use it?
Yes, the answer is yes. So if you have, so I was talking to a guy today. So, and as you know, Marina, I send out my broadcast letting people know that we've got a call coming up and so on and so forth. So one of the people that I sent it out to, I know that he has some good potential, and him and I haven't done business for over 3 years, right? We haven't done business for over 3 years. And the business that he joined me in was 2 businesses ago. He responded to the message that I sent with a heart. So he liked the message that I sent to him. And he said, if I join you, do the members that I had put into your business previously, are they still part of my new business? So I looked in his dashboard. This guy who we haven't done business together for over 3 years, he's not even in co-op business, but because of the fact that we did business before, he has 1,500 people in his free system. He was elated. He was ecstatic. So if you were doing business with us previously, log into Co-op Business. You can use the same email address, the same password that you used in the previous business that you were with, and you're going to see that your team is still there. So many of you who are joining us, if you join us in Co-op Business today and you were in one of our other businesses, you're going to see your team is still there. You've already got a start over a lot of the people that had joined you previously. So folks, man, like I said, everything that we do is all designed to help you get started. Now, I also have to tell you something else. If you invited 15 people
to one of our previous businesses, and even if you invited 15 people to Co-op Business, they're free agents because they haven't registered yet. So make sure that you contact those people, because Marina can call that person and say, hey, listen, do you want to join me? And because Marina reached out and she did it person to person, that person might feel more comfortable about working with Marina. So until a person's actually paid and locked into their position, everyone's a free agent. So you want to make sure that you're communicating with your team on a regular basis, especially that team who hasn't joined you yet as an active global business owner, because they're free agents and they might join somebody else.
Yeah, thanks, David. On that note, there was I'm not sure if it's been resolved yet, when somebody, if they've been in one of your previous businesses, it comes up that this email already exists, and then it gives a name of whoever you was signed up under. Has that been resolved?
Well, there's nothing to resolve, because what it's saying, there's two things that happen. So one, if you're a free member, and you go to register, you go to the front page and register, when you put in your email address and your password, it's going to say this email address is already in the system, and it's going to say you were registered by Billy Bob. And then it's going to say, do you want to continue your registration with Billy Bob, or do you want to register with somebody else? And if Marina has invited you, you can put in Marina's registration key, and now you become part of Marina's team.
And
if you don't,
what was happening, it would say you're already registered, do you want to continue, and you hit no, it just takes you back to the same page, and you don't have the option to put in your new inviters details.
Correct. But if you click yes, you can change it.
Oh, can you? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you click yes, then you can change it to an inviter of your choice. And let's say that you don't have an inviter and you don't want to register with the person who originally invited you because of whatever reasons, and there's 1,000 different reasons. You can say, no, I don't want to register with that person. And if you don't have somebody to register with, the system will put you with somebody who's active in the business that can provide some help to you.
Okay, great. The next, Roy Edwards, he is 85 years old, and he needs a mentor to show him how to register and sign up. He's given details to you. I'm going to hand that over to you.
We should, by the way, you're not the oldest member of Co-op Business.
Yeah.
We also have Dennis, who's 90. And Dennis
is 91.
No, is he 91 now? Did you just have a birthday?
I don't know. I thought he was 91.
Is he 91? So he's 91 years young. And by the way, he's got as much energy as any of us. Listen, we got you covered.
Awesome. Thanks, Roy Rocks. It's awesome having you here.
Dalma, great name, eh? Roy Rocks.
Yeah. Dalma's saying, awesome presentation. I love the system. I am new here, and my question is, after getting 3 people in, will I be able to withdraw my earnings instantly?
Yes.
What about the automatic renewal?
Okay, good question. Excellent question. So here's what we do, right? So when you register, you immediately, as soon as somebody registers, within 1/10 of a second, you see that you receive money. That money is on your dashboard. At midnight each night, we transfer the money that's on your dashboard into your wallet. Once it's in your wallet, you can make a withdrawal anytime. You can make a withdrawal. Now, having said that, there's 2 holds on your wallet. Hold number 1 is to renew your Co-op 28. Hold number 2 is to put you into the Co-op 280. But let's say for some reason you need that money today. Just turn off the auto renew. And by the way, when I say turn off the auto renew, don't just do it for no reason, because it means that there's no way even if you have $1,000 in your wallet, if you turn off the auto renew, it's not going to renew you. So don't turn it off unless you need the money. If you turn it off, you can withdraw 100% of your money. If you don't turn it off, then it holds on to your funds, and anything over and above those hold amounts you have available to you 24/7.
Awesome. So it actually keeps that back before putting it into your wallet.
Correct.
You're only getting your commissions. That's
Correct.
you're entitled to, correct?
Yeah.
Right. Joe's saying, will your website be able to handle the rush of everybody wanting to register? Lol.
Yes.
Well done. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Robert says, David, can you have programmers offer the dark background and white font on all pages? You can
That's
add
kind of
links.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because we did it. We already had it, and it doesn't look so good.
Well, it said you can add millions of damaged vision people overnight.
Oh,
That has kept
wow.
me from being able to see those white pages.
Okay, you see now thank you very much for sharing that with us. So the answer is yes. We'll make it happen. I'll put it on the list. By the way, we got a long list of things that we still need to do, but thank you for pointing that out to me. And the answer is yes, we'll get it done.
Awesome, thanks. Now, I also don't like the dark, but I know that it does affect.
Sometimes it's like, it's like a neon light on your face, right?
Right, Jim from Canada is saying, can I transfer money from my debit card to my Co-op wallet without going through? No. Okay.
Jim, you already know that. Why are you asking these questions again?
I think he's asking on behalf of someone else.
Yeah.
I sent her both the token and the NFT. Sorry, I'm not sure, Anonymous, what you're asking there, but I hope that, because I cancel out the questions as we go along.
Yeah, ask Anonymous to if they sent both the co-op NFT and the co-op 28 token. It did activate the person, but sometimes I think you even had that problem, Marina. Remember you were saying I can't find something, and then I mentioned to you you're using the wrong email address.
Yeah, well, it happens.
So the person may be using the wrong email address. So let's get the information to us and put your number in there so we can get back to you, and we'll get the answer for you.
Great. David Smith says, did you take out the $20 buffer fee for crypto tokens? If so, should we add a buffer when we purchase tokens?
Yes. Yes. So because we got rid of that third-party wallet who was using a third party and then they were using a third party, there was lots of money that was being charged. We took off the safety surplus because we don't need it anymore. But absolutely, great question. Because sometimes, like crypto.com, for example. So most exchanges have a fee. That fee might be $2, might be $1, depending on, some of them have no fee, some of them have a $5 or a $10 fee. And if you're buying something for $100, they'll charge you $110. And then you still get everything that you're supposed to get. Some companies like crypto.com, you ask for $100, but instead of giving you, and they have a $10 fee, instead of giving you $100, they only give you $90. So if you're trying to buy something that's $100, you're not going to get it. So yeah, it's a great idea to put a buffer on your purchase. And as you know, or actually I shouldn't say as you know, if you put a buffer of $10 on your purchase, and I went through this with a person the other day. If you put a $10 on your purchase and there's no extra fees, that $10 ends up in your wallet. Now, let me tell you what brought me to my senses about the third-party credit card. And Joe, the gentleman who's asking a lot of questions, so he calls me up. I spend an hour on the phone with him trying to walk him through the credit card. And we go through the entire credit card process, and they had 4 different verifications: sending in a picture, sending in twice, having to put in the verification code that was sent, and then having to verify with the credit card. So I figured, great, he's done everything he needs to do, so this should work just perfect. He clicks on finish process, declined. So that ticked me off, and I'm trying to figure out, like, at that point, it still didn't hit me that, I'm using a third party. So David, get rid of it. So then I'm talking to another gentleman a few hours later. So I'm talking to the other gentleman a few hours later. We spent an hour for him and his friend trying to get the credit card process to work. We couldn't get it to work. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, now I just lost a customer. And maybe a friend in the business.
So then he says to me, I didn't even think to say it to him. He says to me, you know, I got money in my Ethereum account. I said, what? He said, yeah, I got money in my Ethereum account. Can I use that? I said, yes. Right. So listen, and he'll come on at some point. I shit you not. 1 hour trying to get the credit card process, which is a third party of a third party of a third party, not even a part of co-op business, to get it to work, didn't work. Before he had a chance to say, can I use my Ethereum? Because he already had the invoice open, and Coinbase, it like when you point your QR code at your phone and you got a Coinbase account, it automatically, it doesn't even wait for you to open up your Coinbase. It automatically does a transaction. So while he's asking me, can I use Ethereum? He's got his phone pointed at our invoice. It already started working. Within a second, it already started working. And within a minute, he got all those confirmations and he was active. Within a minute. That's when the light bulb finally went off. So his friend is sitting right beside him. So I said, well, let me show you something else. So I said, your friend wants to join, right? So I said, and he said, yeah. I said, is your friend going to invite 3 or more people? He asked his friend says yes. So I said, you want to get your friend registered right now? He says, yeah, please. Because this has been frustrating. So I said, go to GBO, your GBO team. He did. I say, there's your friend. I said, copy the registration key. He copied the registration key. I said, now look on the top where it says pay it forward. He says, that button there? I said, yeah, he pushed it. He pushed that button. He said, now what? And before I could tell him to put the registration key in there, he figured it out himself. So he already put the registration key in there. He put confirm. And before he even had a chance to say, does it work? He was active and the guy already had the money in his dashboard. That's how fast the systems that we build work. So he was blown away because listen, this guy has the possibility of inviting literally half the entire world. And he was getting frustrated and didn't want to share it with his friends because the credit card process wasn't working. As soon as he saw that the cryptocurrency option, the option that we actually created working, he said, this is a game changer. And he started getting on the phone and talking to his other friends. So, yeah, I don't even know what the question was, but I thought I'd share that with you.
No, well, it was definitely relevant to what we were asking.
Okay, good. I can't
Right,
believe it. Look at this. We've been on this for 2.5 hours.
I know. And that goes with my next point here, but anonymous, I have copied all the info and I'm going to send it, forward it to David. Thank you very much. Andrea says, just a suggestion, maybe this video could be split up into the presentation and Q&A part,
for
so
sure.
it's not so long for people. Also, possibly into certain subjects covered. I think that would be very useful for people.
Great comment. Thank you for the suggestion. And you're absolutely correct. And yes, I can go back over many of our videos that we've done and all of the questions that people are asking. We've already got them answered in many of the videos that we've done in the past. So listen, I don't know how many more questions we have, but here's the bottom line, folks. The bottom line is that co-op business is 2 simple doable steps. Register either at the co-op 28 at the co-op 28 or register at the co-op 28 and 280 for $318, and you're in and complete the second step. Invite 3 or more to join you in co-op business and who do the same, and that sets you free. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get to your questions the next Q&A, but we all have a lot to do. We want to get busy with it, inviting our friends and so on and so forth. I can see the numbers haven't even hardly dropped. We're at the same numbers that we right now as we were when we started 2.5 hours ago. I love you guys for showing the patience that you have in listening to us all this time. It means that Marina and I, the things that we're saying to you, you're finding worthy and valuable. That makes me feel great. So thank you for that. Just before I jump off, if we can see some more hearts from Marina and some more thumbs up, that would be fantastic. Oh, one more thing. Got a big announcement on Tuesday. make sure you get your team on Tuesdays overview at 2 p.m. Get the links from whoever you get. Do not come alone to that overview on Tuesday. I got some good things and something special I'm going to share with you. You know, this was special. I see the hearts coming up. I love them. Keep them coming. Thank you. Next overview on Tuesday, I got some more news to share with you, which is going to make your heart go pitter patter and make you do backflips. And if you're like the gentleman who's 85 and you're like Dennis who's 91, this information I'm going to share with you is going to have you doing the happy dance. So let's get ready to all do the happy dance on Tuesday. Ladies and gentlemen, get busy with it. Thank you very much for sharing your time with us on this Saturday. Marina, you've been a star. Thank you very much for helping out on this call. I see Paul has joined us as well. I hope that the coronation went great for you, Paul. And everybody else, let's get busy with it. By the time you get here on Tuesday, we should all, if you don't have 3 co-op GBOs yet, let's get your 3 by Tuesday, and let's do what we promised to do, because you're part of this promise, which is end global poverty. We're on top of it. We're with you. We got your back, and you got a business that you can count on. You got a CEO and me that you can count on, and you got teammates like Marina and Paul and everybody else that you can count on. We're making it happen. Have a beautiful rest of Saturday. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks, Marina.
Thank you so much, everyone. And we'll definitely try and get to your questions. It was just too long today. And we have covered most of it, that there are still some valid questions.
And you've copied them all, right, Marina?
Not all of them. If you give me a minute.
Oh, okay, why don't I leave it for a few minutes and give you a chance to copy that?
Okay.
All right. All right. So, folks, we got a couple of minutes while Marina copies.
While I'm here, how do you? Someone's asking, how do you know who your sponsor is? Can you see?
You know, when you register, like when you register, it says confirm that this is your enroller. We don't have that link in the dashboard yet. It is on the list because a couple of people have asked. It is on the list. And if the person that you invited was Marina, then you can also ask Marina, do you see me registered with you? And that'll give you your answer. And that's one of the reasons why it's not at the top of the list of the things that we have to do, because we got, as you can see, just from this update that we had today, we've done a gazillion enhancements for you. So it'll be back there. It's just not there yet. So yeah, 100% it'll be back there.
Another one is, I put 3 people in my system, said I'm not qualified. What do I do to qualify?
3 who get 3.
Okay, so once those 3 people you put in get their 3, it means you're qualified.
Correct.
Can you tell me if a member misses or stops their monthly payment, do they get an email reminder?
They will. They aren't yet, but they will. That's part of the email campaigns that we've set up. So next week, we're going to start sending out emails to the guests that we've invited for free. The week after that, we'll start sending out emails to people that are lapsed as well to let them know.
Okay. Ian's asking, is Smarter Than Money the same as co-op business?
Is what? No.
Smarter Than Money.
No.
Any advice on what to do when a member of your team members?
Now, let me rephrase that. Is that Greg is a part of co-op business and he's marketing co-op business, but he's not. He Smarter Than Money is not a part of co-op business.
Okay. David's asking, any advice on what to do when a member of your team transitions and how to handle their vacated account?
Well, that's an interesting question, but hopefully they have a next of kin that they can pass that on to, and then that'll help with the transition, and their next of kin can, or their wife, their spouse, whatever, they can continue along the process. If they don't have somebody who's going to take over the business for them, at a certain point in time, it'll lapse. And lapsed businesses, we have a way of dealing with lapsed businesses. We're going to do something different than what we were previously doing, because if you were lapsed after a certain period of time, you were taken out of the active matrix. But we've got some other ideas that we'll share with people in the next little while. I'm
just going to take Rachel because I know it's early hours of the morning, and Papua New Guinea. If if a person joined for free and is not ready to pay yet, but was inviting people, how many of this invited people need to become a GBO in order to make him eligible? Thank you, Rachel from Papua New Guinea.
As soon as he's got $38 in his dashboard, it automatically activates him.
Okay. Terry was asking, what is the surprise?
If I tell you now, it's not going to be a surprise, is it, Terry?
So it's not for today. Okay. Gosh. All right, you can just. I'm just copying.
No problem.
It's not as easy. You can't just control.
Yeah, no problem.
No.
I could always spill my coffee again to give some people entertainment.
Is it possible to delete the names of the person invited? If possible, how?
On one of the other systems that I had, we did allow people to delete names because sometimes people put fake names in there. So you want to get them out of your system. You will be able to at some point in time, but you're not able to yet.
Agnes was asking, how do you access the master course again? You go under.
Oh, go under Co-op portfolio.
Portfolio.
And then EBA.
Yeah. Under product portfolio.
Yeah.
Or portfolio, sorry.
Yeah. And by the way, here's another thing that we are doing for our team is that we want everybody to get that the entrepreneurial mastery course is reserved for the $10 a day Co-op 280 people, but we're giving it right now to the $1 a day people as well. So they're getting a bonus. So they're getting the entrepreneurial mastery course right now as well as a bonus.
Gosh, they just keep adding. I can't keep up.
I know. Just
Yeah.
you probably got them all. And people, we're gonna have another call. Even on Tuesday's call, we're gonna have that's going to be partly a Q&A as well. So you'll be able to ask some more questions on Tuesday as well. So type your questions down. Remember your questions when we get ready to go on Tuesday. Tuesday's going to be another long call. Right. So Tuesday's going to be another long call. So you'll have an opportunity to ask your questions there because it's going to be very exciting and you'll get an opportunity to ask your questions there once again. So I am going to end it now. Say thank you to everybody once again. And to all of the new countries that have joined us, welcome, welcome, welcome. To all of the new people that have joined us, welcome, welcome, welcome. And remember, you don't just have to go to people. Businesses, big and small, need co-op business. Charities need co-op business. Research and development needs co-op business. Virtually everybody on the planet who has a need for financial abundance, they need co-op business. I love the hearts. Thank you very much. Everyone on the planet that needs financial abundance in their life right now, we can help them. So let's get busy with it. Thanks again, everybody. Be blessed, be well, and let's make it happen. Remember, don't come along on Tuesday. Thank you, Marina.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.